culture basically saved my life, I would say. It brought purpose to my life, and it's something that I really love.
Young and Indigenous Podcast is an outlet for people to know about Indigenous knowledge, storytelling, and history. Through our youthful journeys as Indigenous people, young people and elders share their experiences with us. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do this.
About to tell some red stories. Stay tuned.
Yay, podcast!
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Young and Indigenous. Today here we have
Wykeklyaa,
Bella,
and Haley. Do you want to explain what our episode's about?
Yes, so this episode is about me.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a fun little introduction series here on the podcast, and we're all gonna take some time, have a little episode to ourselves, and talk about our backgrounds, who we are, where we come from, and get to know each other a little more, and let you guys get to know us too.
Oonugwito hinch Wykeklyaa Curleybear. Hello everybody, my name is Wykeklyaa Curleybear. My English name is Denise, but I prefer to go by Wykeklyaa. I come from the Quinault Indian Nation, and my mother's name is Gail McCord. Her native name is Hagawith, and her maiden name is Curleybear. She's also from the Quinault Indian Nation and First Nations Musqueam, Canada. And my father's name is Lawrence McCord. He comes from the native village of Tyonek in Alaska. He is Athabascan Alaskan. I'm going to talk about how I got my native name. So I was unaware of me getting my native name. Like, usually you prepare for things like these, and it was a big surprise. I got it for graduating high school. At a potlatch my parents threw for me and my sister when we graduated. The name Wykeklyaa has a double meaning. The first meaning means to stand up through tough times, and the second meaning is becoming famous. The first meaning, to stand up through tough times, comes from of how I grew up. I grew up in foster care basically from when I was born until I want to say 11 is when I got adopted, and within that time frame I was in around 40 foster homes. And becoming famous comes from how I weave. So.
Duh. Duh, no surprise there.
So my senior year of high school, I made the decision to run for Miss Quinault Indian Nation, and my mother helped me and supported me and basically prepared me to do that. And for the talent, I taught the crowd how to weave because I was on my woman's cycle, and you're not supposed to do anything when you're on your woman's cycle, so I couldn't dance. I was the first Miss Quinault to hold the title for 3 consecutive years in my tribe's history.
Royalty.
And yeah, I think being royalty, I learned a lot and I was taught a lot, and yeah, it's just shaped me and how I live today, I guess.
what are the rules and protocols to become princess?
So you have to announce that you are running for it. You have to have a sponsor to sponsor you, and then you have to sell a certain amount of raffle tickets. So when I ran, I think I sold almost 2,000 raffle tickets. Yeah. And then you have to go to an interview before like the actual royalty pageant, and in the interview they ask you questions, and like you have to know them, like who are the 7 tribes that we're affiliated with, who's the council members, who's the 7, I think there's 8, who's the 8 councilmen and councilwomen. You have to like know all of those answers. When our treaty was signed, who signed the treaty, where was it signed.
You did some studying for that.
Yeah. Oh, you have to know president of the tribe and then all of the past president of the tribes. Yeah, just basically what our tribe profits off of. So like our crab and our fish and all of that great stuff. And then after you answer all of those questions, you have to participate in, we have a thing called Chief to Holidays, and that's from like the July 1st to like the 5th or the 6th. So you have a bunch of stuff to do at that, but during the 4th of July you have to participate. You have to have your own float in the 4th of July parade.
That's cool. Do you have pictures of your float?
I do have pictures of my float.
I want to see your floats. Or multiple floats. Multiple floats. You're so cool.
You are cool.
And then after you're done with the parade, there's the actual royalty pageant, and it starts with like the little babies going up, and yeah,
so cute.
But like they're too young to talk, obviously, so the parents do it for them. But what I did was, when you get up there, you introduce yourself, your parents, and then you have to go explain your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents. I think I went back 8 generations. Wow. And then, yeah, you have to do a talent as well. A lot of people that do the royalty pageant, they, like, choose to dance. So there's, like, most of them are dancers, so they will have a dance that they pick out. And then, like I was explaining earlier, I was on my moon during one of them, so I just taught the crowd how to weave. And then I explained, I had a map of our territory and where you can subsistently get things, and then that's what I explained during that.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really awesome.
And then there's judges there, and then they'll like announce it in front of everybody, and it's really scary.
That's so nerve-wracking.
It was.
That's so scary.
Yeah, I was like super shy, but I don't know, there was just something about that day. I was like, oh, I'm in front of my people, I know everybody. Cracked a couple
you got
jokes.
it, and you did get it. You got it 3 times.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
I first learned to weave when I was in kindergarten. We had a culture class. I think it was every day at like 1 or something with Miss Mice. She taught us how to weave, and then she taught us songs and dances, and with like paddles and stuff. We're standing there just in place because we couldn't go anywhere.
Sorry, that's funny.
That's so
Thinking
cute.
about little cute big kids, just like.
Do you remember those kids in Elwha?
Yeah,
that's
that.
exactly what I'm
Yeah.
picturing.
And then she taught us a lot of our language. Like, I don't remember it now. Well, I remember, I just can't say it. She taught us a lot of like our language of like the colors and the animals and the days of the week and our body parts and stuff like that. But I know some of them, but I don't remember a lot of it. So, and then yeah, so now today weaving is a big part of my life. You know, I do it basically every day, and yeah, it's just really important to me, I guess.
Born to be great. Did you know it was your destiny when you
Well, I think I stopped weaving for a really long time, and then my mom got me back into it, and then she like gave me the tools and brought me to one of my mentors today, and she taught me a lot of things like designs and stuff and how to do stuff on hats. So I mean, I think after I did my first woven hat, I knew that that's what I was going to do for the rest of my life.
That's so cool. You're so cool. Well, she's a great Oksala.
Very great, Oksala. She taught us last week how to weave.
It was so much fun. Best time. And what brought you to CSSP?
Joshua Haller. I'm just kidding. Basically. What brought me to CSSP? Well, I mean, Josh did have a big part of it because I did move up here because of him and school, I guess. But I first started here as a gift maker, and then I got brought on to project management, and then I moved down to the Yay team.
And that's where she stayed because we're super cool and super fun.
Yeah.
How'd you and Josh meet?
Oh.
Is that the story
yeah.
you're telling right now?
And he's your fiance, and we could talk a little bit about your wedding.
Yeah. Okay. So, it was 2018. He was a junior, and I was timeout. He was a senior. I was a junior. There's a basketball tournament in Lummi during Christmas time, and we met at the basketball tournament, and not too much was said, I guess, but I think we reconnected in 2021 on social media, because social media was where it's at, I guess. I don't know. And then, yeah, that's how we met.
Cute love story.
And she's having the wedding of the century next May.
Yeah.
It'll be like the lifetime of a century wedding.
It is. There's a lot of preparation going into it.
Yeah.
So much.
Aren't you weaving like constantly every day for that?
So I think I calculated I have to make 3 hats a month and like 6 or 7 baskets, different kinds of baskets a month. So I'll basically doing a hat a week, and then in between that I'll just make little baskets. Don't take that long, but I think hats is where it's gonna take me the longest. And then I'm also weaving the Josh a headband, and then his groomsmen headbands.
Little grandma weaver over here.
I know, I'll be a little grandma curled up. Culture basically saved my life, I would say. It brought purpose to my life, and it's something that I really love. And shout out to my mom for making me go to dance practice every Sunday with my sister.
You're just so cool. I feel I learn something new about you like every time we talk, and you're just such a cool person, and like you bring such good energy to the team and like to work, and you're just so fun to be around. And so that's my favorite thing about you.
I think you're awesome and inspiring, and I love that you weave. I really love that you like to keep your hands busy, and just like how you want to just stay involved in your culture, and how you said it saved you. So I think that's really important, that, you know, like talking on this podcast, you know, it's important for people to know those things, and I really like that about you. And you're a very nice person, and you're just really easy to talk to, and It's just nice to be around.
Yeah, you're
like
just
Haley
so
said.
inspiring.
Yeah.
You're so cool.
Thank you.
You're famous.
And thank you for sharing all of that with
Yeah.
us today.
Thank you for taking the time to do this, and others are going to learn more about you. So.
Thank you for having me.
Wait.
Wait.
Wykeklyaa.
Thank you for listening to Young and Indigenous. This episode was produced by Haley Garrow, Wykeklyaa Curleybear, Bella James. Additional music credits to Keith Jefferson, Adam Lawrence, and Mark Nichols. And a huge thank you to our funders, the Discern Foundation and the Whatcom Community Foundation. Yay Podcast is a part of Children of the Setting Sun Productions. We are a non-profit based in Bellingham, Washington, on the ancestral homelands of the Nooksack and Lummi people. Hi, Shka, for listening.
Hoi!